just follow what university have mentioned. So based on the announcements, we have to have classes, and we have to, yeah, I mean, hold our classes morning. Abbas Aqil Nafi. We have to have our classes and on the elements of university. So we cannot have our classes on other platforms. Sorry. So if you have any kind of problems in order to be connected, again, I said, please, 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 for the sake of God, please be in contact with those who are in charge of these matters. Okay, the instructor and the teacher of the class is not responsible for, I mean, these kinds of issues. Okay, so please be in contact with them and mention what you want from your classes, whether your names are in the list or any other matters that I said. Just okay. Officially, again, I said, based on the list that I have, I will call your names, please. Those who are in the class, and I read their names and they are present, please say that I'm present, okay? On behalf of me, today is the second session of our class. I have talked with, I mean, again, with the university that on behalf of me, I consider this session as the second session of our class because the previous session, I, as a kind of, let's say, the person, I mean, let's say, half of this meeting, I tried my schedule to be on time, and I was present in the class, but there was some kind of matters which were related to you. And this session, again, this is the same course. So, and I will talk about the other sessions that we will have during these these 2 weeks. Okay. So, and totally speaking, the person should be committed, my dear friends. You know that today is the start of the new year for the Iranian people. Okay, today is the start of the new year for Iranian people. At 12:30, okay, we will enter to the new year. So we celebrate this year, this day, with the family members. And today is the holiday for us, and we have to, for Iranian, I'm talking. And totally speaking, I have to say that, okay, I cannot participate in the class, and I want to cancel the class. But I try to be committed and I try to participate because I have accepted this responsibility. So please, you guys, be responsible and be committed for any efforts, for any kind of affair which is related to an MA students. Okay, please, please. This is the request of a teacher from the MA students. Okay, so just let me call and read your names. Okay, again, I said this matters. Ali Rabi, Abdul Qadir, Hatam. I said this point. Please, I don't know. Maybe you do not listen to what I say 2 or 3 seconds before, or I don't know. Maybe you didn't see my message in the group. Dear, I have a kind of list. This is the list, electronic list. This is my mobile phone, and I sent the picture of the list of the class. Okay, so if your name is not in the list, I'm not the person who is responsible for this matter. Please be in contact with university officials. Say to them that my name is not in the list and do something for me. Okay, you have to do these kind of things before the start of the class. Okay, maybe 1 month ago. My point is that I said in your Telegram group, if you have registered officially, okay, if you have registered officially, yes, my dear, you can participate and you're welcome. Okay, if you have not registered officially, okay. I'm talking with Ali Rabi Abdul Qadir Hatam, who said this. Please, please. I'm talking with a person who said this message. I'm talking with a person who said that my name is not in the list. Can I participate? I'm talking with him. So if you have registered officially, yes, welcome. If you have not registered, let's say officially, please call, be in contact, do any kind of things that you can do, and ask those people who are in charge of these matters. Okay? So, okay, if you're in the same situation, the same case for you, Abdul Karim Muhammad Abdul Rahman, the same case with you, okay? Please, I said, I repeat myself one more time. I think that maybe two or three times in this session. If you have registered officially, yes, welcome. Welcome, 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 okay? In an Iranian culture, we say welcome and put your shoes on my eyes. This is the translated version of Iranian, let's say, quote. If not, please call, please text, please, I don't know, any other kinds of things, okay? Because I am not the responsible person and I cannot do anything, okay? If you say I can sympathize with you, I can sympathize. You know the meaning of sympathizing. I can sympathize, but I cannot do anything because I'm the instructor, I'm the teacher, I'm the professor of the class. I'm the person who just delivers, I mean, some educational, scientific content with you guys or share some kind of, let's say, scientific context. And those affairs, those matters are completely related to other sections of university. Okay, so based on the list, based again, I repeat my sentence. Based on official list that now I have, please, please, when I call your names, say that whether you're present or not. Just you can write a kind of positive. There is no need to type present. Just something like this. Look, please, please, please. Okay, do something like this. Do something like this. Okay. If I call, when I call your name, when I read your name, if you are present, just do something like this, exactly based on the sample. Okay. Can you read the sample? My name is Elnaz Latifi. Based on the sample, come on. When I read your name, Hamad Janabi Muhammad Sa'doun, please, when I read your name. Uh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Dear, I don't know. If for the next session, I will write your name, Abdul Karim Muhammad Abdul Rahman. I will write your name now after I read all the names. Okay, all the names. Uh, and if you correct the list, if you were present in the list, in my list, I mean, you said in your list, so I call it my list, in the first class or in the second class. So for the next session, I will add your name, but I have to have official list. I repeat my sentence for the I mean third or fourth time that I have to for the next session. If you call those people, if you get you any kind of information, and my list actually renewed, so I will have your list name. So I will consider your, let's say, what do you call it, presence in the class. Okay. Now I just call the names who are now present in the class. After that, I will write the names of the people who are present, but I do not have their names, okay, in my list. If just I give you one session extra, if for the next session you can do something and your name was present in the list, okay, so I will consider your presence as a presence for the, I mean, this session. If not, so we have to, or you have to do other things, okay? And also, this is the paper. This is the paper. I show all the documents, okay, to mitigate, to lessen your stress, if it can be any help. So let me read the names. Sorry, you're welcome. I don't know which part is your name, your first name, and which part is your last name. Just I read your names, okay? The first person is Bahit Amir Hassan. If this person is present, I think I should call this person as he. If he is present, so please, Bahit Amir Hassan. Is he present? Am I correct? That person should be called he, yeah? So I call as a kind of absent person. Okay, the second person, Jawad Hannan Halim. Jawad Hannan Halim. If this person is present, please do something like this. If he is present, please do something like this. Show your presence. And now I have his name, but I don't know why he doesn't do anything. Jawad Hannan Halim. Okay, I consider him as a kind of absent person because he doesn't say anything. Hemad Janabi Muhammad Sa'dun. Hemad. Okay, thank you, thank you. There is no need to type. Just if you do write a kind of positive or add it, it's okay. So Hamid Montazir Ali. Hamid Montazir Ali. If he is present, please type something. Hamid, thank you, Hamid Montazir Ali. Hamid Hani Aqil. Hamid Hani Aqil. If he is present, please. Hamid Hani Aqil. Sorry, I don't know I'm reading your name correctly or not. Khashan Abdul Hussein Abdul Kazem. Am I correct? Yes. Your name is Khashan, yeah? Am I reading it correctly? If I don't, please forgive me for these kinds of mistakes. Okay? So please wait. I just read the names and after that. Dawood Abdullah Badr. Dawood Abdullah Badr. Dawood Abdullah Badr. If this person is present, please show your presence with yes, with positive or any other kinds of things. If not, I will consider you as a kind of absent person. Okay, Davi Raed Salman. Is he present? Okay, thank you. Very good. So, Divan Adyan Ali. I said sorry for mispronunciations. Sorry, I will talk with you. Okay, it's okay that you are present. There is no need. Abdul Karim Mohammed Abdul Rahman, I will talk with you. I'm just reading your names based on the list. I'm sorry if I make some kind of mistakes for reading. After that, I will talk with you. So the next person is Rakhis Halavi Sajjad Qasem. Rakhis Halavi Sajjad Qasem. If this person is present, please mention. So I don't know, he or she, maybe that person is not present. So the next person, the 11th person based on my list, Sattar Maryam Darid. Sattar. Okay, thank you. The next person, Sayyid Sajjad Khazir. Sayyid Sajjad Khazir. If he's present, please. Okay. So the next person is Saleh Jaburi Jasem Muhammad. Saleh Jaburi Jasem Muhammad is, I have to call this person him. Is present, please mention. The next person is Sabor Anwar Zahir. Okay, there is no need to type, just one positive is enough. I typed it. Second. I'm sorry. I don't know whether mispronunciation. Sorry for mispronunciation. Toome Ammar Mardan. Yeah, am I correct? Ammar, yes, okay. And the last person based on my list, Ebadi Muhammad Saad. Ebadi Muhammad Saad. If this person is present, Ebadi Muhammad Saad. Okay, wait. Ebadi Muhammad Saad. Is he present? Okay, no. So just let me show you. Based on my list, I have 8 students who are absent. Please, if you know these people that I read their name and they did not mention anything about their presence, please call them and I don't know, text them if you know them, if they are your friends, and please mention that the classes have been started and they are considered as absent students. Okay, this is the first point. Wait, please. After that, so if we have other students in the class and their names are not in my list, please mention your names and I will talk with Dr. Nejati that I have some students in my class that they are present but we do not have their names. Please just type your names. Okay, just type your names. Okay, thank you very much. So the first person would be, please type very soon. Okay, wait. The first person is Abdulqadir Hatem Ali Rabi'i. Okay, the first person. Thank you, Abdulqadir. Wait, please. Abdulqadir Hatem Ali Rabi'i. Okay, Muhammad Abdurrahman Abdul Karim. Thank you. So wait. Khashan Abdul Hussein, I just call your name. There is no need to write okay here because I'm reading the names of the people who are present, but we do not have their names. Please do not write anything in the middle because we are let's say checking the friend's name. So the next person is Zainab Jamal Abdul Jabbar, please your complete name. So we have Zainab Jamal Abdul Jabbar. Okay, thank you. So the next person, is Tamara Hazem Abdul Hussein. Okay. The next person is Karar Hussein Ali. Okay, Zainab, I have written your name. Abdul Hussein, Abdul Kazim, Khashan. I have your names, Abdul Hussein, in my list, and I called your name, so there is no need to write your name one more time. The next person, Divan Adian Ali. Again, I have your name, and there is no need to write your name. Please, those who are present, but I didn't read their names. Those people, they have to, write. So one more time, I will say, those people who were absent, but I have their names in my list. They are absent, but I have their names in my list. I repeat one more time. If they have recently joined, I correct their names. The first person is Bakhit Amir Hassan, Jawad Hannan Halim, Hamid Hani Aqil, Dawood Abdullah Badr, Rakhis Halavi Sajjad Qasim, Sajjad Khazir, Saleh Jaburi Jasem Mohammed, and Ebadi Mohammed Saad. Okay? So, the second list that I want to read are those people who are present, but we do not have their names in the list, in the official list. I write your names, but please, for this next session, I will follow, but you have to follow too. That's why we do not have your names in the list. The first person is Abdul Qadir Hatam Ali Rabi'i. The second person is Muhammad Abdul Rahman Abdul Karim. The third person is Zainab Jamal Abdul Jabbar. The fourth person is Tamara Hazem Abdul Hussein. And the fifth person is Karar Hussein Ali. If there is any other name that who is present, I mean he or she is present in the class, but I didn't have called that person's name, please mention. Okay, is everything clear now? Okay, Adion Divan Ali. If there, do you have any comment that you have raised your hand? If yes, you can speak. If no, we can start our class because we have a lot of things in order to talk together. So, do you have any point to say? Do you have anything to say because you have raised your hand and you want to say something? Do you want to say? Okay, thank you very much. That's your kindness. Okay. So, my dear friends, I want to share some kind of things. Okay. Share my screen with you guys, okay? Please. I don't know whether you have. Okay, let me have everything. So, again, like previous session, whatever that I let me share with you guys here, any kind of PowerPoint, any kind of PDF, or any other things, I will send in your Telegram group too. So don't worry any aspect, any matter. No one need my permission. Sorry. The LMS is not in this way that any person needs my permission. Please, Muhammad Abdul Karim Abdul Rahman. I have talked about this matter a lot. 45 minutes of the class has passed because of this point. Okay, if a person can enter, so he or she, like you guys, you have registered officially, for example, like Abdul Qadir Hatam Ali, like you yourself, like Zainab, like Tamara, like Karar, you have registered, so you can enter the class. Those people who have not registered, so they cannot. If they have registered and I do not have their names in the list, so like you guys, that you didn't ask for any permission. Did you? Need any permission? No, you entered to the class. Okay, so you entered to the class without any kind of problems. Why? Because you have enrolled, you have registered your name, so you can enter to the class. Those who cannot, maybe they haven't registered. So again, for the fifth time of the point, I'm just the teacher of the class, and I'm responsible for scientific matters. For other let's say, aspects or points which are related to these kinds of things, please, please, please call, contact, text, be in contact with those who are responsible. Hello, Hannon, Javad, Harim. It's too late to enter to the class. I consider your name as present, but it's too late, please, for the next session. If you enter in this way, I will consider you as a kind of absent student. Zaid Faisal Saud, okay? You are among those people that I do not have your name in my list, okay? I have your name Zaid Faisal Saud. I don't have Said Said. I just officially anything in an official point, please. I write your name for this session, but for the next session, like your friends who are present in the session of the class, but I do not have your name in my list. Please, please, please call, contact, be in contact, and ask people to do something for you. So I write your name, but it is conditional. Okay, it is conditional. Okay. I have shared file with you, a Word file with you. Do you have it? I just want to check it. Do you have the Word file that I have shared with you? Please, yes or no? Thank you. Thank you, Zainab. That's your kindness. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Mohammed. Okay. So, as you see, and as you know, in this session, we want to work on the let's say technological affairs, or we call it in English, we call it computer assisted language learning. In the abbreviated form, we call it CALL. Okay, let me write it here somewhere. Okay, we call it as CALL. So, and the abbreviated form is computer assisted language learning. It is called in this way. Or we call it educational technology as in a kind of umbrella term. Okay, let me write it something like this. Educational technology. Okay. First of all, the name of the course that we want to work together is called something like this. Look at it. It is called something like this, my dear friends. Okay. During the lecture, if you have any kind of problem, please, please, please raise your hand, ask, or let's say be informed about what I want to say. Okay. So the name of the course that we want to practice and work together is called educational technology in a kind of umbrella term, bigger and broader and wider term. And when we talk about English, I mean, when we talk about language, it is going to be narrowed down. So we will have computer assisted language learning. Okay. It means that we we specialized the educational technology. Educational technology means e-learning. We can use it in different, let's say, subjects and different fields of study, such as mathematics, engineering, whatever. But when we narrow it down to language learning, it will be called, or it is called as CALL. It means that computer assisted language learning. Okay, so what is the point? This is the syllabus of your class. Actually, I have to change the dates because your class has been started, let's say, or it started later than the schedule, later than the planned schedule. So I have to change the dates. But in the first session of the class, we wanted to talk about the course. We wanted to talk about the groups and the class projects. I will talk about it. And as you see, for each session, for example, for the second session, we have the name of the topics. For example, come on, again, we have the same problem. But why my name is not in the, let's say, plus contact with official? Zaid Faisal Saud, this is the 10th time that I have talked about this point. Please, please, please. I'm not the responsible person for these matters. Please talk with those people who are in charge. I'm the person, I'm the teacher of the class, and my job and duty is to teach, is to share scientific context. While I'm talking and while I'm teaching, in the middle of the teaching, that your friends are trying their best to concentrate on the matters and on the syllabus that I'm talking about it. In the middle of the everything, you come and ask a question which we have talked about it. I think in this session, just in this 51 minutes, at least 10 times I have talked about it, and also in your Telegram group. Why? My question is that why don't you listen carefully, and why don't you check the Telegram group carefully? Please, please, you are MA students, okay? You are MA students, you are not BA students. MA students should be, what can I say, careful enough to check everything before asking, okay? So please check your Telegram group. Please pay attention to what I say during the time of the class. And while we are teaching, please, in the, what to call it, face-to-face classes, or during the, the classes that we have as a kind of, what to call it, virtual classes, while we are teaching, we, all of us, you and I, all of us, we are teaching together. Please pay attention just to what we are teaching, okay? And forget about other matters. I said I have written the names of those people who are present in the class, but I do not have their names. It means that I show my respect to your time and to your energy that you enter to the class. Okay? And I said, if your names are not in the list of the class, please be in contact, ask officials. I'm not the person that I have to. Okay? I try my best because I want to show my respect to you guys. I will talk with Dr. Nejati, okay? And I will ask that, and I will say to him that, Dr. Nejati, I have, for example, 6 students who are present in the class, but I do not have their names in my list. Okay, would you please do a favor for us? If he was responsible, he will do. If not, he cannot do anything. The only person is you guys. Again, I repeat that you are responsible. You have to talk, we have to ask, you have to, do any kinds of things in order to be present in the class. And the teacher of the class, sorry for the 10th time, is not responsible for these kind of matters. Teacher, I have paid, but why my name is not? Teacher, I have paid partially. I have paid completely. I don't have any information about these matters, my dear friends. I don't have any information. I swear. This is my right hand. Okay. So let's come back to the topic. I was talking about the syllabus. Please, please, please listen carefully. Please listen carefully. This is the syllabus. For every session, I said I have to change the dates. Okay, I have to change the dates because our class started or starts later than the planned schedule. Okay, so I will change the dates. The second point is that in the third column that you see that I have highlighted here in gray, you have the topics. The first topics that today we want to talk together relates to call and relates to online etiquettes in call. So we will talk about it. And for each session, we have its own topic. Okay, as you see. So just 2 points that I want to explain about it. About your assessment, dear friends, assessment, how you will get your score. Okay, first, your class active participation, not just participating in the class, means just, and especially during our face-to-face classes that will continue after Nuruz, because as you paid attention to my points, today is the at 12:30 today, 12:30 a.m. We will start our new year. I mean Iranian. We will start our new year, and so we are in the holiday. I mean, 2 weeks in our country, as you know, in Iran, they have a holiday, and we call it Nowruz. After Nowruz, after these 2 weeks, when our class, I mean face-to-face class starts, so we will need your active participation in the class. Okay, means participating, discussing, working, so you know the meaning. The second point is that we have two quizzes during the semester. If you want, we can change it to one quiz. I mean, one midterm quiz. It depends on you. We can talk about it. So I divided it to two quizzes because and this way you can get better mark and you can study better. Okay, study better and you can get better mark. These are two class quizzes, so you will get 6 points from them if you study well. The third point relates to your presentations. Okay, I mean your class presentations, so you will get 2 points from them. It means that you can choose any of these topics here. You see some concepts to explore and learn. Can you see these kind of concepts? You can choose among these concepts, or you can choose from the topics. I mean, for example, maybe Zaid Faisal Saud said that teacher for example, sixth session of the class, okay, I want to present this topic. Okay, I want to present this topic. So before the start of the class, for example, I will get his content that he wants to deliver. He have to prepare a good presentation of the, let's say, the topic, and he will present what he wants during the time of the class. Okay, but if you want to choose from the syllabus, please listen. If you want to choose the topic from the syllabus, it should be based on the date of the class. I mean, for example, if you choose this topic, for example, blended learning, can you see blended learning, or flipped classroom? It should be on the sixth session of the class. Or for example, if you choose call hegemonies, it should be on the ninth session of the class. Did you get, my dear friends? If you don't want to choose from these topics, you can choose from these concepts, okay? And tell me the date of your presentation, okay? Your presentation can be done in a group. I mean, a group encompasses of 2 students, for example, Jawad Hannan Halim and Hema Janabi Muhammad Saadoun, for example, these 2 people that I see their names, sorry that I called you guys. These 2 people, they can have, for example, one group. Or no, they said that no, for example, Hannan Jawad Halim, he mentioned, he mentions that I want to be alone. Okay, and for example, Janabi Muhammad Saadoun Hemad, he can say that, okay, I want to be alone too. Okay, it depends on you guys that whether you want to have a kind of group to present your presentation, or whether you want to present your presentation individually. Okay, so where can I find the topic? Dear friends, the topics are here maybe you can choose from these topics. Can you see? If no, no. If not, it means that you don't want to choose. You can choose based on the content. For example, you can mention that sixth session of the class, teacher, I want to present. For example, Hannan, Jawad, Halim, he mentions that teacher, for the sixth session of the class, I want to present, for example, blended learning topic. Okay, so it means that your topic should be based on if you want to choose from the syllabus, the topics of the syllabus, you have to choose it based on the topic of each session. It means that if you choose blended learning, you have to present it in the sixth session of the class. If you have chosen, for example, call hegemonies, you have to present it on the ninth session of the class. Okay. Did you get the point about the time of the? Thank you. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you. That's your kindness, my dear, that you replied. Okay. So these are the topics, these are the dates, and also about the teacher, can we present it 2 by 2 or individually? It depends on you. If you want to present it individually, so you present it individually. If you want to present it 2 by 2, you can present it 2 by 2. So how much can I get? How much? Based on the grade, about the number. Teacher, what kind of number, or what is the number? How much I can get from this point? This is the mark. Okay, 2 points you will get. Thank you, Roed Salman, Dovi Salman. So 2 points, you can get 2 points from this presentation. Teacher, should I present my presentation through PowerPoint? Yes, you have to have the PowerPoint in order to present. If you want to provide a video, yes, you can. But before, let's say, presenting it in our class, you have to send before the presentation day all of the content that you want to present, please. Okay, so I talked about 3 points about presentation: about the time, about the topic, and about the number of the students that can present it, and also about the mark that you can receive. Okay, good, very good. Thank you that you are clever students and you got everything perfectly. Thank you, thank you. That's your kindness. Thank you. Merci. So, and what is going to happen for your final exam? 12 points for your final exam. 12 points for your final exam. So if you, let's say, add these numbers, 1, 6, 2, and 12, 1 mark will be extra. Okay? Let's say intentionally and purposefully, I have added this 1 mark for you guys to get a better mark. Did you get? So, who can answer the question of Mohammad Hamad Janabi Saadun? Who can answer his question? Who can answer his question? How many students, teacher, professor, doctor, even if you want to use, you have to use Ms. Okay. The maximum is 2. The minimum is 1. Okay. Very good. Very good, Zainab. Very good, Anwar. So I said, if you want to have a group, two students. If you want to present individually, so you can present it individually. Okay, so you can have 2. The maximum would be 2. Okay, if you want to present it individually, you can present it. For example, Mohammad Hamad Janabi Saadun, you would say that, teacher, I want to present it I myself, without any other help of my classmates. Okay, so you can present it individually. So you yourself would be the individual person. For example, Zainab and Anwar, they mentioned that we want to present it together, so they can have a kind of group. It depends on you that how many do you want to present two by two? I mean, or in a group or individually. Okay. So, and if your final exam would be 12, I said you will, if you add 1, 6, 2, and 12 together, you will come up with 21. Okay. So you would encounter with one extra mark. I have added this extra mark for you guys in order to get better mark. Okay. It is not mathematical mistake. It is a kind of, let's say, point that I can help you in this way. Okay, okay, very good. So no problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So no problem about these kind of matters. No, and you're welcome. You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome. You're welcome. And I will send this syllabus in your group. Okay, I will send the syllabus in your group. And also, I will send any type of PDF, any type of PPT that I teach, and you will have exam from them. Okay, so the topics, I mean, for each session is determined. The PowerPoint of each session will be sent. So please, please, please do not send any PPT, you guys, for your presentation in your class, because your classmates will be confused that which topic or which, for example, presentation they have to study and which ones not. Okay. And I want just I want to have one representative. I want to have one representative. Let me write it here. Representative. Okay, one representative for your class. Any of you guys, you can be the representative of the class. It means that I want to have, let's say, educational technology or call one, for example, and make a group, for example, call, let me write, for example, call class group, group, for example, number one. By group number one, I mean that those students who are, for example, for the class of the time of 8 to 10, let me type it something like this, for example, 8 to 10. Okay. I want one of you to be the representative of the class, a person who is online, a person who is active most of the time, and make a Telegram group. Make a Telegram group, and the name of the Telegram group be Call Class Group One. And I have written the time 8 to 10. Those students who are related to this class, I mean class group number one, like you guys, that they have to be present at 8 till 10. They all participate in that class. And another class for the next, I mean, time 10 to 12, we will have, I mean, the second code would be 10 to 12, and they will have their own class too. The material is the same, everything is the same, but because your class starts sooner than, for example, the next class, so we will have your presentation first, and after that, their presentation. So who is going to be the representative of the class? I need a person, he or she be an active student, be online, and accepts the responsibility, and be committed, accepts the responsibility, be committed. Okay, so Mohammed, would you be the Mohammed Hamad Janabi Sadoun, yes? Do you want to be the representative of the class? Okay, please. Yes. Hello. Do you have my voice? I don't have yours. Sorry, wait a minute.
Yes, miss. Do you hear me now?
Problem. Okay. So now you can speak. Sorry, one more time.
Yes. Do you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, very well and clearly. So, hello
Yes,
and
miss.
morning. You, it's okay.
It's okay. What about you?
Thank you very much. Thanks. So, do you want to be the representative of our class?
Yes. This class?
Okay, yes, the class. I mean, the class that starts at 8 till
Yeah.
10. And
Yes,
please,
miss.
okay, very good. Please make a Telegram group, Muhammad, and
Okay.
the name of our class will be Call Class Group
Yes,
One.
miss.
Please, Group One. That it
Yes.
starts at 8 till 10, and please add all of your friends. I mean, all of your friends who are present in this, let's say, class. I will one more time send again the
Okay, miss.
list of list of your class, list of your class in the
Yes.
linguistic. The name of the class that now we have is linguistics, and we have 98 participants. Okay,
Yes, yes.
really confusing and really annoying. Actually, at least for me, I don't know what about you guys. It is
Right.
better to have a kind of neat, clear, tidy, let's say, Telegram class
Exactly.
for ourselves. Very good. Thank you that you
Okay, miss.
understand what I say. So, one class, call class group one that starts at
Good.
8 to 10, and the next one, the next representative. Okay, I mean the next
Okay.
class. We will have another person. I will ask another person to be the representative of our class, and I will share whatever that I teach in that, let's say, group. Okay. Thank
Okay,
you very
miss.
much,
Thank you.
Mohammed.
Clear.
Thank you. So
I will do it.
I write your name as the representative of the group one call class.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That's your kindness. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I wrote your name as the representative. Thanks. That's your kindness. So, if you let me, I want to a bit talk about some kind of matters related to call. Don't worry, those slides which are important. Sorry, and I will talk about them. I will say that which parts are important during the time of the class. So I need your attention, just your attention, just something like this. Those slides which are important, I will say, okay, the slides are maybe at the first glance they are too much. I have added them for your, let's say, information, for more information. Don't worry about them. Okay, don't worry about them. During the time of the class that we are teaching, I will say that which parts are important. Okay, my dear friends, I will say. So, as you see, we want to talk about, I mean, this part is kind of, let me make it a bit, let's say, maybe bigger. Okay, maybe it's better. So, do you have the full size screen? Yes. Do you have the full size? Yes. Do you have the full size? Okay, okay. I think that is better. It's better for you. Yes. Sorry that I cannot see at the same time your messages here, but I will come to you. Don't worry. Okay. So the first part that you see, my dear friends, it's related to call, as I said, the topic that we will talk together. And it means that we want to talk about computer assisted language learning, as you see the name. Okay. It means that we want to use computer to teach or to learn language. The language can be English or any other language. Okay. So what is the name? What is the name of the call? What is the definition? Where does it come from? As you see, the starting time of this topic dates back to 1983. It means that to some extent, maybe 20-25 years ago. Okay, means 20-25 years ago. At that time, it was the starting point of the call. Okay, I mean the starting point of the, let's say, using computer. So what does it mean? What is the main? The name of this matter. Let me I'll make this point. What does it mean? The important point. It means that Call means the use of technology and second language teaching and learning. So what is the definition of the call? It means that we use technology. What do we mean by technology? We mean computer. What do we mean by computer? Means tablets, means iPhones, iPads, means let's say the cell phones that we have, totally speaking, using the technology when we want to teach the language, when we want to learn the language, both teaching and learning. Okay, it means that this is the definition of the call, means using computers while we are teaching, or while we want to teach, or while we are learning the language as a teacher or as a student. So what does it mean? It means that, you guys help me. What does it mean when we no, 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 no. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Oh my God. Sorry. Let me one more time stop it and share it. Sorry. Sorry. Let me one more time share it with you. So now, do you have it? Do you have, my dear friends? Is it visible? Okay, okay. So I was talking about this matter. The previous one was something like this. That yeah. And is it in full size? Is it in full size? The PPT is in full size? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Okay, very good, thank you. So I was talking about this matter that we were talking about call. Thank you, that's your kindness. We were talking about call. Thank you, that's your kindness. Thank you. We were talking about call. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. We were talking about this call, as you see, and we said that what does it mean? What does this abbreviation stands for? Means computer assisted language learning. So what does it mean? It means using computers generally, the iPhones, laptops, tablets, cell phones that we have, iPads, whatever. Okay, using them in order to sorry, teach the language or learn the language. Look at this part. We use the, let's say, this is the definition. We use the technology. What do we mean by technology? We mean computers, totally speaking. What do we mean by computers? I said the iPads, the cell phones, the tablets, the let's say laptops, the computer as a PCs, any of them, that we use them in order to teach the language or in order to learn the language. Okay, now I just want to ask a question. If we talk about teaching the language, so what do we need as a teacher to teach a language? So first of all, we need the material. So it means that you and I, as a teacher, when we want to teach something, we need the material. So how can code help us? How can computers help us? We can use computers in order to provide, for example, online materials for us. Or we can use computers in order to find the variety or various or varied material for us. Okay, so again, for teaching, what do we need? For example, we can have our classes in virtual mode, or we can have our classes in face to face, or sometimes we can have our classes in the semi, for example, blended. Maybe you have heard about it, or flipped type of classes. Okay, in these two types of classes that we will talk later together, again, we use technology. So it means that what I want to say, it means that call can be used when we want, I and you as a teacher, when we want to provide the material, when we want to prepare the material. A call can be used when we want to, let's say, deliver the material, share the material. Maybe, for example, we can deliver the material through online classes. We can use call, my dear friends, when we want to assess our students. Okay, means we want to evaluate our students. Okay, and we can use call in different aspects too. So what about learning? For example, again, you and I, as a learner of the English, we can again use call for different types of learning and forms of the learnings that we have. So that is the meaning of, totally speaking, about call, that we use computers, we use technology while we are teaching or while we are learning the language. So in which aspects, in which scope, in which domain we can use in, let's say, designing the material, designing the, let's say, platform of the teaching, in assessing our students, whatever aspect of the language that we have, or teaching and learning aspect of the language. Okay, no problem about this matter. Let's move on to the next slide. So, okay, we talked about call. We understood the meaning of the call. We are familiar with this topic. That what is it? And now let's come and talk about some kind of, let's say, programs of call. Okay, as you see here, we have types of call programs. Okay, let me highlight it for you. We have types of call programs, different types of programs. So what is it? The first one deals with call specific programs. I'm highlighting this. Sorry, let me do something like this for you. Okay, maybe it's better and you can have it better. Okay, the first one is call specific software. What do we mean? And look at this one, generic software. Okay, I want to highlight both of these parts for you and say both of them at the same time. Okay, so what do we mean by the word generic, my dear friends? When we talk about generic, what do we mean by the word generic? Generic means very good. Yes, I wait for Sajjad and Mohammed that they are typing something. What do we mean by generic software? Generic means general. It comes from the word general. Okay, so exactly, very good. Generic means general. So what do we mean by generic software? Look at this. I just ask a kind of question. Can a student, can an engineering student use PowerPoint? Yes. Can an English, let's say, language learning student, can he or she, okay, sorry, okay, okay, don't worry, okay. So we are talking about generic. I was talking about this green part, generic software. What do we mean? Generic means general, means something that we can generalize it into different kind of aspects. My question is that, for example, this is Word. Okay, this is Word. Can a kind of engineering student, can he or she, can he use this, let's say, word? Yes. For example, we have Excel. Can a kind of, let's say, engineering student use Excel? Yes. Can a kind of, let's say, engineering student, a person who is engineering, let's say, study engineering, use PowerPoint? Yes. Okay, yes. So what is the point? So let me see, what is the problem? Very good, excellent, very good, very good, very good, excellent. Can he or she use this, let's say, point? Yes, yes, exactly, as you said, yes. But what is the point? Let me do it something like this that you can have all of the content and text. But what is the point? It means that you as a kind of, and I as a kind of English language teacher or learner, we can use all of this software that I said, and the kind of student who is studying chemistry, who is studying mathematics, who is studying, for example, let's say physician or whatever, he or she can use these types of, let's say, software. So to those kinds of, as Abdulkader mentioned correctly, to those kinds of applications, software, programs, whatever we call it, that all the people in all different fields can use them with any kind of problem is called a generic software. Look at this part, my dear friends. Word processor, look at the word processor. Look at the PowerPoint presentation software. Look at the spreadsheet, for example, software. All the people, without, let's say, being worried about the major, can use these softwares. So they are general software, okay? So that any person in any field can use them. But on the other side, There are some kind of applications which are tailored for language learning. Look at this part. But on the other hand, there are some kind of language learning applications. They are just some kinds of applications which are specific. There are some software which are specific to language learning. Okay? Such as, for example, Duolingo. Duolingo is among one of you have heard about its name, and other let's say software and applications that you know. Uh, Excellent. Very good, Mohammed. Very good. It means that the scope is limited. It means that these type of software or applications, they are just related to language learning. For example, as a kind of mathematics student, if you want to learn language, you can use this application. Okay, so such as I said, Duolingo, you know let's say this application, or for example, Rosetta Stone. You have heard about Rosetta Stone application. So those applications, those websites, even my dear friend, very good, Camly, very good. Or those websites. Look at this. Any website, any application, any software which is related to language learning and teaching is called a specific software. Finish. Okay. Now look at this part. Some kinds of call programs here. The next point I want to highlight it. Some kind of call programs. Let me change the color that it's more visible for you. They are called web-based programs. What do we mean web-based? Means they are based on, or they are oriented. Very good, very good. They are oriented on the, let's say, web. What do we mean? For example, there are some kind of online dictionaries. Look at my dear friends, some kind of online dictionaries. There are some kind of, for example, blogs. They're very good. There are some kind of blogs. There are some kind of wikis. There are some kind of encyclopedia, whatever. Very good. There are some kind of, as you mentioned, online websites, online websites, online application, such as online dictionaries. They are online websites, such as, for example, wikis, weblogs, concordances, encyclopedia. Okay, they work based on the, let's say, or they are web oriented. Okay, we call them web oriented. So this is called, let's say, as you can see here very well, web-based programs. It is very clear. The name itself clarifies, yes? The fourth group of the call programs are called computer mediated programs. Again, let me change the color. It can be more visible for you. Computer mediated programs. What do we mean by this? Or we call them as a kind of CMC. Look at this, my dear friends. If I email you, if I send an email, look at this. If I send an email, look at this. Okay. If I send a kind of email, if I text you in Telegram, if I text you in Telegram, so this is the way of communication with you guys that I use computer, maybe my mobile phone, my iPad, my PC, my tablet, whatever, my laptop. I use them in order to communicate with you. Okay, maybe I send a kind of email, maybe I text you, maybe we are in a kind of, let's say, what do you call it, on the kind of forums, I mean discussion forums. This type of communication is considered as a kind of CMC, or computer mediated. It means that computer is the facilitator of this communication. Sometimes we are in a kind of online class or online chat. For example, when Mohammed or when Abdul Qadir or when other, let's say, students who are present here, when they write something here, when they chat here, write something, at the same time, I and you, we can receive it as a sender and receiver. Okay, we can perceive it. So what is called? It is called online communication, online chat. So both email, both emailing, chatting online, discussing in the kind of forums, and all of them are types of communication that we use our computers. So because of that, it is called computer mediated communication, or in abbreviated form or abbreviation, we call it CMC. But I want to add something. Sometimes when, for example, now Muhammad is typing, okay, now he's typing, he's sending a message, and you and I, guys, we can read his message. Sometimes the chatting, the messages, the communication is online, and while Muhammad is typing or while Abdul Qadir is typing, we can perceive, we can receive his message. So to this type of, let's say, kind of communication, we call it synchronous. Why we call it synchronous? Because while he's typing, at the same and at the moment that he's typing something, we can read it, we can have it, we can receive it. Sometimes, like a kind of, for example, chatting in the Telegram or sending a kind of email, okay? We are communicating with each other, but it doesn't mean that necessarily at a time of sending I have to receive your, for example, message, or it doesn't mean that necessarily at the time that I send a kind of message you perceive it, or maybe I email you. Okay, I email you. When I send a kind of email, you can very good. You can very good. When I sent a kind of email, for example, when I sent an email to you, maybe you can be online and receive your email, or maybe you receive, for example, your email 2 days later. So because of that, CMC, or computer mediated communication, can be divided into two parts. One of them is synchronous, means at the same time that the sender sends something, the receiver at that time receives it. And asynchronous means that you send something, but the receiver cannot necessarily receive your message at the time of, let's say, sending. Okay, means they are not, let's say, synchronous. They are not at the same time. So let's move to another, let's say, matter that we want to talk together. Sorry that I have to do something. Okay. So why we use now call? What are the, let's say, the merits? What are the principles? Everyone knows that using technology is beneficial. Okay, there is no doubt on the benefit of call, on the benefit of using technology. But what are some of the benefits? What are some of the benefits of using call? The first point is that it tries to be learner centered. Did you remember in, let's say, Jack C. Richard's a book, for example, in Richards and Rogers' book, which was related to methodology? When you were studying, for example, at that time in your own university, when you were studying, most of the time when we enter to communicative methods, the emphasis was on this point that we try our best to booster the learner-centered classes, that the classes, that the students are the pivotal of that class. Okay, the teacher be facilitator, the learners be more autonomous, participate more actively in the class. Did you remember in Richards and Rogers methodology? So now call or using technology can help us to have more learner-centered classes, and we have more autonomous learners. Okay, so one of the merits is that we can have more autonomous learners, more learner-centered classes. So because of that, we can have more meaningful. Look at the highlighted parts. We can have more meaningful learning. Did you remember rote learning and meaningful learning? Rote learning and meaningful learning. Rote learning was something like a kind of parrot, just to repeat after the teacher. But meaningful learning was a kind of learning that we completely understand the content of the teacher and we can use it, we can apply it in the other situations. Okay. Another point which is important is that while we use computers, we can have comprehensive input. Okay, let me highlight it in this way. We can have comprehensive input. What do we mean by comprehensive input? Did you remember Krashen? Did you remember Krashen? Krashen was talking about I plus one. Did you? I plus one. Let me type it something here. Did you remember Krashen? He talked about I plus one. And he said that if we want to, let's say, provide information for our students or provide the material, it's better to have the flood of information. So I plus one, let's say, information. It means that we have to provide them with a lot of information and comprehensive. Let me comprehensive information. Again, what do we mean by comprehensive? It means that wide range of language exposure. Another point. Did you remember in Richards and Richards and Brown or Richards and Rogers book about methodology? Most of the time, they were talking about this matter that, if you remember, and those, let's say, content, again, we had something as a kind of multiple intelligence. Multiple intelligence. Did you remember in that book? We had something as a kind of multiple intelligence. Or we had something, for example, as a kind of learning strategies. Did you remember this topic, learning strategies? Or, for example, we have learning styles. Very good. Learning styles. If you remember, I'm just typing these words for you in order to refresh your mind. Very good. Thank you, Mohammed. These were the topics that we had them in the methodology. So it means that, and we were talking about these points, that it's better to try our best to foster, to boost, to increase, let's say, the way that we teach based on different types of intelligences. I mean, students' intelligences, or based on students' learning strategies, for example, or learning style. For example, you are a kind of person, you learn mostly through, for example, pictures. Okay. So the other, for example, your friend is a kind of person that he or she should discover himself to learn. Another student is a kind of person that he or she learns better through listening, through lectures, for example, or different types of strategies. I mean, learning strategies, okay, or different types of intelligences. So, what is the point? It means that in the methodology, these matters were the basis, and we as a kind of teacher, most of the time, we try to teach based on the varieties that we have in the classes. Okay, you have different students, and each of your student in your classes, they have different types of intelligence, they have different type of learning style or learning strategies. So you as a teacher, most of the time, it would be time consuming and hard for you to deliver or to share a kind of content or mention a kind of content through different, for example, ways. Okay, so maybe you say that, okay, this is my book, I will teach through this book. Whether you are, for example, visually oriented student, whether you are, for example, auditory, for example, oriented student, it's not my business. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So it helps to the ways of understanding. Let me help work it better. It helps to the ways of understanding. It means that if we use, for example, this way of understanding, it helps us to understand content better. Now, you as a teacher, so you have to teach in a way that if I am a visually oriented student, I understand your topic very well. If I'm a kind of person that I'm auditory oriented student, I get your point very well. So, but how? How using computers, using technology can help us as teachers to provide students with a wide range of material. Okay, so it means that we can include different type of learning styles and learning strategies and multiple intelligences that our students understand the materials better. Okay, so let's move on to the next. As you see, we have different modalities. So in this way, we have different modalities. What do we mean by modalities? Means different learning styles, different learning strategies. You can see here various learning styles and learning strategies. Okay. And the next point refers to these 2 points that students can both cognitively and affectively stimulate it. The duty of you and I as the teacher when we want to teach is that we stimulate. It means that the trigger, the cognition of our students. What do we mean? It means that, for example, maybe when you one of the methods that maybe you as a teacher you choose, maybe for example you enter to your class and you provide your students with some kind of slides and you ask and you start, for example, as a kind of warm up, you start to ask some kind of questions. Okay, or maybe, for example, you have a kind of, let's say, video, show them a kind of video, and then you start asking some kind of questions. And you ask, so for example, what do you think about that video? What do you think about that topic? So it means that in this way, you are triggering your students. How or in which manner cognitively you trigger them in order to be fresh for understanding the new topics. Okay, so computers can help us in these matters. One point, dear friends, I don't say that in traditional classes we cannot do some kind of things in this way. My point is that computers help us to do these activities. I mean, providing more information, considering different learning strategies and learning styles better than traditional classes, okay, or easier than, okay. So and the last item is that we have a high level of interaction, okay, in a kind of, let's say, do something like this. We have high level of interaction while we are using computers, both human machine interaction. I mean by machine means human and computer, for example, while I'm teaching or reading or doing something, or human and human interaction. So let me come to this part. Exactly. My dear friends, I just go through our 4 slides, and I have even another slide here, another PowerPoint here. Let me make it bigger. Okay. I will send 2 PPT files for you guys, okay, for this session, but we will continue the topic of this session for the next session too, okay. Did you get the point? Today, we wanted to teach about call and also very good, exactly, very good. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, exactly. So let me say something. Now we stop teaching at this time because you need a time for your rest for the next class. Okay, for your next class. I don't know what kind of class you have, but I know that you will have another class. Okay, after this class. So because you want to have a time for break and to have a rest. Okay, so we stop our class at this time. So just one point. Mohammad Hemad Janabi Sadoun is the representative of our class. He is going to make a kind of group which is called call class group number 1, 8 to 10, and he will send the link of the class to you guys in order to be in that class. So please, very good, very good. Thank you. That's your kindness, Mohammed. So please, now we have 18 participants in the class. Okay, except me, we will be 17 participants. So all of you guys, all of the 17, let's say students, please join that, let's say, group, because it would be more neat, more clear. And I will send for this session of our class two PPT files. One of them is called call, the other one is called call netiquettes. Okay, but the point is that our discussion is not, let's say, finished here. And for the next session, I will continue with those two PPTs that I have sent into your group today. So you say my name, but the platform wasn't working for me. I opened it. Okay, say it. Sajjad Khazir. Okay, yes, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. Okay, don't worry, I did it. You're welcome. Or you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, thank you very much. Take care of yourself. You are fasting, and we are fasting too. We are all Muslims, and pray for us and pray for all of us. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Pray, please, during these days, actually. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. I will send everything in your the new group that Mohammed is going to make it. Thank you very much for your participation. Take care of yourself. I will mention that your next class would be on not Thursday, would be on, maybe I will come to you. I will come and I will say it would be on Saturday, my dear friends. But I will inform you. I will inform you in the group that Mohammed will make. Mohammed, please make a group, and I will talk about everything in that group. Your next class is going to be on Saturday, inshallah. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care and bye bye.